599. This is home of the McPherson Bulldogs.
Don't shake hands. Don't. You're the business teacher all the time. He's talking. That's ahead. Run by number 20, Sam Elliott. Tackle by number 25, Aiden Hoover.
No call. Yeah, Aiden Hoover came in really high with his right hand, got a piece of sand, and moved down. Man, still a good thing for Buhler, still a positive gain on that play, and that's saying something if the worst play of the night is still going for positive yards.
That's the kind of play that'll take you to the chiropractor. I don't know. At the 14, so a gain of 1. It's going to be 3rd down and 5 here. 5:40 left in the first and no score. 3rd. Great catch by the tight end.
Well, it's tough to judge when the wind's at your back. Obviously, it's always tough to go in the wind. When you have that wind with you, it's really easy to oversail it, and it was just a little bit too far for Van Bruggen to get there. He definitely beat the defender, but the Crusaders now have a big 4th down on the way.
4th down and 5. Looks like Warner is going to go for it other than the after the penalty against the Pups, their first of the night, and facing a 1st down and long here. Back at the 21-yard line. Linker out of the gun. There were 2 receivers right, low snap. Linker's in trouble, and he's going to be back down. He inside the 10-yard line here in the line. Play back to a terrible start.
Number 20, Sam Elliott in the backfield for the sack.
And the Crusaders will save the knee down of Linker back at the 9-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we sincerely apologize about the audio. We are trying to get this fixed as fast as we can. Thank you for your patience, and we are sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so we apologize about the inconvenience. We're going to do as best we can. And right now, score update. There's 1 minute, 21 seconds left in the first quarter.
There on defense for the Bullpups.
Tie ball game. Your Crusaders 0. The Bullpups also 0. That pass was intended to Brock McCurdy right there. Buhler's trips left, single wideout on the right. Bradley's going to step back, launches it to McCurdy, and that ball is picked off.
Jaden Alexander, interception.
That's picked off by Jayton Alexander at the Bullpup 36-yard line. So now it'll be Bullpup ball with 1:15 left to go in the first quarter.
Jason Gunn with the carry, tackled by number 61, James Blick.
That was Jayton Gum with the carry. There was a tackle by James Blick for your Crusaders. 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And once again, we'd like to apologize about the sound issues. We are trying to work through that as quick as we can. Bullpups like to go in the spread. It's going to be a long pass and no good. And there's also no flags. That was intended to number 10, Jake Gump.
For Jake Gump, number 32.
The quarterback
Solid
for the
roll there on
Bullpups
defense
are number
for the
19,
Crusaders.
Dylan Rinker. That pass was broken up by number 32, Colin Rowland. Bullpups going trips left. Rinker in the gun. 5-step drop. It's going to be a screen. And there's going to be open field. Campbell's there to stop him, and he's going to be juked. That would be number 2,
Complete to Trey Buckby.
Trey Buckby,
Taken out of bounds by
for
number
about
12,
a 50-yard run.
Campbell.
Cameron Campbell with the stop. 18 seconds left to go in the first.
First down.
1st and 10 Bullpups on the Crusader 13-yard line. Twins right. It's going to be a handoff to number 10.
Jake Gump with the carry tackle by number 56, Jarrett Christensen.
Jarrett Christensen for the tackle for the Crusaders. 5 seconds left to go, and it looks like the Bullpups are just going to let the clock run out. And going into your second quarter, Bullpups on the Crusaders 12, 2nd and 9. As you are watching the Crusader Sports Network from YouTube. And once again, we would like to apologize about our issues.
Carry tackle by number 40, Bo Van Bruggen.
Set up
They cleaned out the interior that time by taking the jet sweep, got some linebackers to move it out of the edge, out to the edge, and then was able to slide his way up the interior. But now a big 3rd down because if Buhler can hold him here, it's a tough decision where the Cavaliers decides to kick and try to go for it.
First down, stick at the 3-yard line. They're at the 8 here. So 3rd down and 5. He's not attempting a field goal yet.
We got a first down for the Bullpups. I formation. There's going to be a handoff, and it is going to be a touchdown. McPherson Bullpups.
David Hill.
That will be a touchdown by number 1, Javen Hill. So the Bullpups are the first ones to get on the board tonight. And it's going to be a bad snap. And they're just going to call it a forward pass. So number 22, Matthew Eddy, did not get a chance to return that to get 2 points for the Crusaders. But with 10:50 left to go in the first half, your Buhler Crusaders are down to the McPherson Bullpups 6-0. As you are watching, I'm Tyler Adams with Colton Hines. As you are watching Crusader Sports Network from YouTube. And so the kick for the Bullpups, it's going to be dropped by Deontay Campbell, and it is going to be McPherson Bullpup football. Number 13, Gavin Richardson with the recovery right there, and it is the McPherson Bullpup football on the Crusader 11. And it's going to be Crusader football recovery by the Crusaders. Like Coach Warner says, something bad happens, make something good happen. That's what happened right there. Once again, we would like to apologize for all the technical difficulties. Crusaders have the football on their own 17. I formation. Bradley under the center. It's going to be a handoff to Sam Elliott. He's going to get about 4 there.
Sam Elliott with carry, tackled by number 80, Sam Becker.
Crusaders running in the twins. Both sides. It's going to be Ryan Henderson in the gun. He's going to do a quarterback draw, take it himself. He's going to get about 2 yards there. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Carried by Sam Elliott,
Excuse me, that was Sam Elliott under the gun. Third and 4, Neal under the gun, or excuse me, Neal in the I formation. He's going to hand it off to Sam. Sam's going to get a hole, and it's going to be a Crusader first down. It's going to be a good 15-yard run by Sam Elliott.
Hunter Albert.
Sam Elliott with another run. He's going to break several tackles and get the first down. That'll be first down,
Sam
Crusaders.
Elliott
It'll be
with the
right
run.
on midfield.
Tackled by 25, Aiden Hoover.
Crusaders back in the I formation, single wideouts on both sides. Another handoff to Elliott. He's going to push his way to get 5 yards. It will be 2nd and 5 Crusaders.
Run by Sam Elliott, tackled by number 32, Bryson Labertu.
Number 32, Bryson Labertu with the tackle there. And Sam Elliott is known for getting several tackles after loss, yards after contact. And he was just 3 yards shy of breaking the school record for yards in a game for the Crusaders last week in their victory over Augusta with 361 yards. He tied the school record with 6 touchdowns in a game. And now it's going to be a fullback draw, and the Crusaders are going to get another first down as a Colin Rowland gets the run.
32, Colin Rowland with the carry. Bryce Labertu with the tackle for the Bullpups.
Bryce Labertu with the tackle again for the Bullpups. Crusaders seem to be moving the ball down the field pretty well right now. Let's see if they can hold up. Crusaders back in the I formation again, single wideouts on both sides. And they're just going to keep handing it off to Sam, and he's going to get lit up. That'll be by number 3,
Sam Elliott with the carry.
Jayton Alexander, a huge
by
tackle
number 3,
there.
Jayton Alexander.
He's going to get only about 1, if anything. With 7:08 left to go in the first half, your Crusaders are down to the McPherson Bullpups 6-0. It is 2nd and 10 on the Bullpups 39. Crusaders going power right in the I formation. Another fullback on the left, though. It's going to be a fullback, a halfback toss to Sam Elliott. He's going to get 3 there. It will be 3rd and 7. .6:10 left to go in the first half. Sayers going trips left. Bradley in the gun. Sam on the left of him. Brock McCurry's going to go in motion. They're going to give, that wasn't Brock McCurdy. That was Bo in the motion.
McCurdy.
And that was intended for Brock McCurdy on a slant. No good. Now 5:59 to go. Crusaders in a hole of 4th and 6. They're just going to punt it. Freshman Jeffrey Neal is going to kick it for the Crusaders. He's got the wind towards him. Good snap by Buhler. And it's going to be a booming punt. And he's going to get a lucky bounce. And it's going to go out of bounds for the Crusaders at the Bullpups 3. Great punt by freshman Jeffrey Neal. Bullpups are going to have rough field position at their own 3 with 5:54 left to go in the first half. They are up 6-0 though. Each team has 3 timeouts. It's a beautiful night, just a little bit windy if you can hear it. It is 7:33 p.m. at night. Bullpups wearing all red uniforms with white numbers. Crusaders wearing their white jerseys with black bottoms. It's going to be a handoff for the Bullpups. He's going to get nowhere.
Run by Jake Gump.
Jake Gump with the run.
Tackle by number 23, Mason Lipford.
Mason Lipford, who actually got his first start in, I believe, the Winfield game due to a Graham Fluck injury, made the tackle there. .5:20 to go in the first half. 2nd and 10, Bullpups are going to go trips right. He's going to take a shot. Looks like Cameron Campbell got a little mixed up there.
Number 11, Aaron Powell.
Number 11, Aaron Powell with the reception.
Powell, good for another bull bump. First down.
That was an 18-yard completion from number 19, Dylan Rinker. He is the senior quarterback for the Bullpups. It's going to be reversed. And a big hit by Colin Rowland, I believe.
Aaron Powell with the carry.
Yep, that was Colin Rowland.
Levi Perez.
Excuse me, Levi Perez with the tackle right there. Aaron Powell with the reverse run. He's going to get 7. Bullpups on their own 28-yard line. 2nd and 3. It's going to be Twins left, or excuse me, Twins right. Wrinkle's going to step back. His deep throw, and it's just going to be over number 4, Gus Ruddle's head.
Gus Ruddle.
Third and 3, Bullpups. It's a crucial stop right here for the Crusaders. Twins left, single receiver on the right. Wrinkle in the gun. Running back on his left. And they're going to do a little fade pass right there to number 11, Aaron Powell, and it is going to be complete for a Bullpups first down.
Tackle by number 12, Cameron Campbell. That completion foul good for another Bullpup.
It's going to be
first down.
An 8-yard gain there. That's going to move the chains for the Bullpups. They're now going to be on their own 46-yard line. Twins on both sides for the Bullpup offense. Wrinkle in the gun alone by himself. He's going to drop back. And it's going to be nowhere.
Pass intended for number 11, Aaron Powell.
If it was intended to number 4, Deontay Campbell, that could have been a better completion percentage than to one of his receivers. I believe that was intended to also number 4 for the Bullpups, Gus Ruddle. Yeah, really?
Well, Tyler, it's nice to come back to a familiar place. You know, we were here. I think me, you, and Kaden were here about a year ago.
I was actually gone for cross country. I believe I was at Rimrock. They're going to give a reverse to number 6, Jaden Dukes. He's going to find some open field, get a 9-yard gain there. It will be 3rd and 2, or excuse me, 3rd and 1.
Number 20, Sam
I
Elliott.
swear every time we come to McPherson, there's always got to be some problem. I think last year we had some video issues. You know?
So now we just have to improvise with the audio and use our own audio.
You know, it's just going to be like last year, like old times.
We want to apologize to Ad Astra Radio for that.
Yeah.
Gonna be a little out slant, and the ball's popped loose. And it's going to be recovered by the Crusaders. And it's going to be Crusader football. That is recovered by, I believe, number 33, Dalen Coffey.
Recovered by number 23, Mason Lipford.
It was number 33, Dalen Coffey. 2:21 left to go in the first half. Your Crusaders have the ball on their own 37-yard line.
You know, McPherson has a great offense, but, you know, Buhler will always come back with a greater defense here.
Crusaders known as the Black Knight defense. McPherson runs a spread offense. Bradley in the gun. They're going to go. Ryan Henderson, he's going to take it himself for a quarterback keeper, and he's going to get a good 6 on the play, maybe 7.
Ryan Henderson with the keeper, tackle by number 3, Jayton Alexander.
Jayton Alexander, number 3 for the Bullpups, gets the tackle there. 2:25 left to go in the first half. Crusaders running twins. Handoff to Sam Elliott. He's going to spin, get several extra yards. It's going to be a generous ball spot. He may get the first down there. Looks like he's just going to be... Oh, and they are going to move the chains. It looks like the Crusaders are going to do multiple quarterback actions tonight with Ryan Henderson and Bradley Neal. Neal's going to roll out. Looks like he's gonna pass it to number 10, Javon Ostrom. It's gonna be a good 20-yard completion. First down, Crusaders.
Tackle by number 3, Jayton Alexander.
Jayton Alexander with the stop. Nice job by Javon Ostrom. Seemed covered, but he finds his way to get open and make the catch. First and 10 Crusaders on the Bullpups 38-yard line. 1:50 left to go in the first half. Trips left for the Crusaders. Bo Van Bruggen on the right by himself. Bradley in the gun with Neal on his left. Bradley's going to drop back. He's going to pass it. Intended for number 10, Javon Ostrom again. Just wide right for Ostrom.
1:44 left to go in the half. Bullpups up by 6.
Sayers going double twins. Bradley in the gun. Or excuse me, that's Ryan Henderson in the gun, I believe. No, it's Bradley. Bradley's going to roll out. Bunch of pressure, and he's just going to trash it out of bounds. A smart play, not getting sacked. 1:38 left to go in the first half. It will be 3rd and 10, Crusaders.
We'd like to apologize again for the audio issues with the Ad Astra Radio guys. You know, they really help us get our program out to a variety of people. So, you know, we're very thankful for all they do.
And Sam Elliott's going to find a big hole. He's going to try to stumble. And a touchdown, Crusaders! Sam Elliott with the 28-yard run. 6-6 now. Tied ball game with 1:31 left to go in the first half.
It fell down the pad. It didn't. Yes, it did. No.
Sayers broke several tackles there, and Sam Elliott just kept his balance for during about the last 10 to 15 yards to find his way to the end zone. And Cody Wisecar with the PAT right here. And is going to be doinked on the left goalpost, so it will be no good. Score remains tied 6-6 here. 1:31 left to go as you are watching the Crusader Sports Network from YouTube. And now, after that 28-yard run from Sam Elliott, your Crusaders are tied with the McPherson Bullpups 6-6. Cody Wisecover with the kick. He's going to do a little squib. It's going to mishandled, but the Crusaders, or excuse me, the Bullpups are going to recover it on their own 30.
Minute 31 left to play. We would like to inform you that Ad Astra Radio on 95.9 will be doing a halftime report. Tune in to 95.9 to hear the Crusader halftime report.
That is on FM, not AM. Double twins for the Bullpups. It's going to be a little hitch route by
Pass
number
complete
two,
to number 2, Trey Buckby.
Trey Buckby.
Pushed out of bounds by number 23, Mason Litford.
That's about a 7-yard completion there by number 19, Dylan Rinker. He's a 6'2", 218 senior quarterback for the Bullpups.
Pass complete to number
That
4,
pass
Gus
is
Ruddle.
going to be
Tackled by
complete to number 4,
Deontay
Gus
Campbell.
Ruddle.
That reception by Ruddle gets
That
for
is
another
going to
Bullpup.
move the chains for the Bullpups.
First down.
1st and 10, McPherson. 1:20 to go in the first half. Twins for the Bullpups. Wrinkle's going to drop back. He's going to pass it to a huge target of
Pass
number
intended for number 80, Sam Becker.
number 80, Sam Becker. He's 6'2", 209 pounds as a sophomore.
We'd like to thank you again for tuning in to Crusader Sports Network. We know the audio has been having issues all night, but we're trying to do with the best that we can.
Ringo's going to drop back, try to scramble. He's going to give it to number 2, Trey Buckby. He's going to
Pass
find his
complete
way
to Trey
for
Buckby.
5 yards
Tackled by
there.
Number 23, Mason Litford.
23, Mason Litford with the tackle there.
Timeout.
It is
Bullpup.
going to be a timeout for McPherson. That is their first of the half. 59 seconds left to go in the first half. As you are watching Crusader football from Crusader Sports Network on YouTube. Trips right for the Bullpups. Number 2, Trey Buckby by himself on the left. Wrinkle's going to drop back. He's going to pass it to Buckby in a nice catch. That is going to be a first down. Good coverage there by number 23, Mason Litford, but that was a good pass and catch by Wrinkle to Buckby.
First down.
Trey Buckby, a 6'4", 173-pound junior. Buckby is going to be intended for again.
To Trey Buckby.
Going to move the chains once again for the
Levi
Bullpups.
Perez. That reception
You can
by
tell
Buckby
that
gets for another
the
Bullpup.
Bullpups are
First
going
down.
to intend for Buckby all night long, as they already have in this first half. 43.1 seconds left to go in the first half. Bullpups moving the ball pretty dang well on the Crusaders' 21-yard line. Sarah's going to go, or the Bullpups are going to go twins left. Wrinkle in the gun with number 10. Jayton Gum right behind him. 11 Powell in motion. Ringo's going to drop back. He's going to scramble. Buckby, a nice pass to Buckby, and it is going to be caught.
Pass is complete to Trey Buckby. That catch by Buckby, good for another bull pop. First down.
And watching all night, Trey Buckby can get open and catch all night long. So he may be an issue for the rest of the game for the Crusaders. Let's see how they will contain him for the rest of this half and second half.
Like to let you all know that tomorrow, I believe, starting at 10 o'clock in the morning, regionals for tennis will be hosted at Buhler. Myself, Colton Hines, along with Tyler Adams and Kaden Warner, will be streaming regional. And Carson Muller, now that I've been informed by Tyler, will be streaming regional tennis tomorrow. I believe start time is at 10 o'clock. I'd like to thank you again for tuning in to Crusader Sports Network for tonight's stream. We do apologize once again for the audio issues with the Ad Astra Radio guys.
First and 10, bull pops on the Crusaders 7-yard line. Ringo's going to drop back, going to air it out, and it's going to be just over Trey Buckby's head. Or excuse me, Gus Ruddle. Dylan Rinker tried to find Ruddle in the corner of the end zone, just overthrew him just a little bit. Sarah's going to pass, or excuse me, Ringo is going to pass it to Aaron Powell once again. It is going to be a touchdown for the Bullpups. It is going to be a flag. Excessive celebration on the Bullpups. That's going to be on number 10, Jayton Gum. And Coach Pavlovic is hot.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Unsportsmanlike on number 10.
It is going to be unsportsmanlike on
to the kickoff.
Number 10, Jayton Gum. And because of the penalty, it is going to be a 15-yard penalty, so the Bullpups will have to try to convert their extra point or go for 2 on the 18. It looks like before their timeout, that was their third timeout of the half, that they were just going to go for 2. Probably air it out here as they have all night.
You know, when you're celebrating a touchdown with this heat-o rivalry, you know, you got to keep your emotions in control. You know, doing stuff like that just costs your team yardage and a touchdown. So, you know, you got to keep those emotions together and not feel to express them too much.
Yes, and that does not make the coaches happy, no matter how heated the rivalry is or how heated the game is. You do not want to cost your team extra yards.
Even cost your team a touchdown.
So the Bullpups on the Crusader 18, looking to go for 2. Trips right. Wrinkle in the gun. You got Gum on the left. He's just going to air it out. And it's going to be a flag. That will be pass interference. So it is going to be another attempt. That pass was intended to number 80, Sam Becker.
That pass was intended for number 80, Sam Becker.
Becker is a 6'2", 209-pound sophomore.
Butler passing McPherson. Defense is 23. Half distance to the goal.
So we'll be at half distance to the goal. It will be on the Crusader 9-yard line now. And they are going to go for the PAT. That's going to be a 30-yarder, and it is going to be good, or excuse me, no good. That's intended by number 6, Jaden Dukes. So the score will remain 12-6. Bullpups over your Buhler Crusaders with 24 seconds left to go in the first half. Crusaders are going to get that time to try to score a touchdown. Let's see what they do. Number 6, Jaden Dukes, is going to kick it for the Bullpups. 24 seconds left to go in the first half. It's going to be a booming kick, and they're just going to let it be. Mason Litford was the intended returner right there, and it's going to be a touchback. Crusaders will have the ball on their own 25, so let's see what they do here. Knee it or go for the touchdown. They will have the ball at the start of the second half. 12-6 Bullpups. First and 10, Crusaders actually on their own 20. Crusaders are going to be in the twins. It's going to be a handoff to Sam Elliott. He's going to try to find a hole. Doesn't get much. It's probably going to be a gain of 2.
Tackle by number 23, Nate Rogers.
10 seconds left to go. Crusaders may try for one more play.
And there just looks like they're just going to let the clock run.
And that will be your first half of Rivalry Week for your Buhler Crusaders. McPherson Bullpups 12, Buhler Crusaders 6. At the end of the first half, the Crusaders will start off with the ball in the second half. Make sure to tune in to our Ad Astra Radio partners on 95.9 FM for the halftime show. I'm Tyler Adams along with Colton Hines as you are watching the Crusader Sports Network from YouTube. Make sure to tune in after the half. That will be a 20-minute break to watch the second half of the ball game.
right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We got about 1:30 left during this halftime. Bullpups are up 12, Crusaders 6.
I'm Tyler Adams, along with Colton Hines. We are broadcasters for tonight, and we're just going to go do a quick rundown through the game real quick, as the Crusaders haven't seemed to have much issues with the new spread offense they haven't had to deal with since the Goddard game, which was week 1 of the series, or of the season. And for the last 2 weeks, they have had to deal with a flex offense, which has been run, and this has been pass. Sam Elliott has had a pretty good game so far tonight. Wish we could have some stats on us, but with the almost record-breaking yardage last week, and they're tied for a record-breaking touchdowns last week as well, seems like he has gotten stuffed a little more tonight, but that's just fine.
You know, Sam has always been a hard-working player. He is truly a key part of this team, and you know, if he can just keep racking up those yards and just keep pushing and going, I feel like he can carry this offense to a victory.
Yes, and as well as the defense, the secondary has not done bad. Number 2 for the Bullpups, number 2, Trey Buckby, has been a terror all night, though.
That kid has hands, you know. That kid, he knows how to run the ball. He knows how to catch the ball. I mean, he just knows how to do everything and what time and where to be at what place.
Buckby is a 6'4", 173-pound junior. And their quarterback, number 19, Dylan Rinker, a 6'2", 218-pound senior, seems to have a lot of composure in the pocket. We know for the game plan for this week that he struggles to pass out of the pocket when he's on the scramble. So for the second half, the Crusaders could get through that pocket, give him some pressure. Maybe they will have a little more success as well. So they had to give the 3 minutes for stretching. So we are about 2 minutes underway to go for the second half. Once again, Bullpups up 12, your Crusaders 6, as you are watching the Crusader Sports Network from YouTube. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are about 30 seconds underway left to go until the second half. The Crusaders start off with the ball. I'm Tyler Adams with Colton Hines. We are broadcasting for tonight. It is a fairly windy night right now. Going to the second half.
It's better weather than last week. I mean, that was a cold night, Tyler.
Being on top once again, this weather feels so much greater than last week as it was a cold one.
Yep. I mean, we were just standing there. We even packed some warm clothes, but that didn't even stop the weather.
And so the Bullpups are going to kick it. And the score right now is 12-6 going in the third quarter. Out the return for the Crusaders are number 23, Mason Litford, and number 1, Brock McCurdy. And it is going to be a kick. Brock McCurdy with the return. He's going to try to find a hole, and he gets a pretty good gain there, about 30. He's going to get to the 38-yard line. That's a good 20. That was about a 28 gain right there, return for the Crusaders.
McCurdy with the return. Tackled by number 6, Jaden Dukes.
Jaden Dukes with the tackle. And the Crusaders are going to start off with the ball. Their sole touchdown was Sam Elliott's 28-yard run in the second quarter. In I formation, Dalen Coffey in motion. They're going to toss it to Sam Elliott. He's going to get nowhere. He's going to lose about almost a yard for the Crusaders.
Tackled by McPherson.
It will be 2nd and 10 for the Crusaders. I formation. Single wideouts on both sides. B-Rad under center. He's just going to give it to Colin Rowland. He's only going to get about 3 yards there. Going to get eaten up by a bunch of the Bullpups.
You know, you're just going to take what you get. You know every play's not going to be a first down, a touchdown. So you take what you get.
And you always do want some positive yardage plays there. It can get your confidence boosted up, as well as getting some first downs and a touchdown. Crusaders in the twins. Bradley in the gun. Sam Elliott to his left. Is going to be a screen. Brock McCurdy's just going to run it. And he's going to lose 2 yards there. And now Crusaders are in a hole on their own 42. Looks like they will punt it as it is about 4th and 7.
You know, you try your best, and you know, sometimes things won't just turn out the way it seems, so you just got to recover from your mistakes and just keep pushing forward, keep moving forward, and like Coach Warner says, when something bad happens, make something great happen.
And now the freshman punter, Jeffrey Neal, now to punt it for the Crusaders. It's a good snap by Mueller, and it's going to be a good punt. And it's decent bounce. So the Crusaders, the Bullpups are going to have the ball on their own 28-yard line. So for the first play for the Bullpups in the second half, they are going trips right. Trey Buckby by himself on the left. They are going to hand it off for one of the first times tonight, and that is to number 5, Sky Schreiner, 5'9", 167-pound junior. For his first run of the night, he's going to get about 5 there, so it will be 2nd and 5 for the Crusaders. James Blick with the tackle. There's going to be another halfback toss. And it's going to be Scott Schreiner with the carry again. Big hit by Colin Rowland. Sam Elliott with the tackle. Only about 1 on the play, so it will be 3rd and 4. Stoppage to play. 9:05 in the third quarter.
Holding. Offense, number 4.
There is a flag.
Repeat second.
It will be holding on the Bullpups. That is on number 4, Gus Ruddle.
Push them back to 13, and like I was saying earlier, you know, Sam Elliott can just do about everything on a football team. I mean, he can play defense, he can play great offense, he can play great running back. You know.
And there is going to be a loose ball, and the Crusaders are going to pick it up, and they are going to call it incomplete. Ball will pass by Aaron Powell there.
Pass was pitted for number 11, Aaron Powell.
And I feel like that was the right call. I don't think Aaron Powell had possession of it at any time. Unfortunate for the Crusaders, but it will be 3rd and long now on the Bullpups 27.
You know, that's just great defense by them. They're always just keeping their eye on the ball and just always looking for where that ball goes. So, you know, great defense by the Crusaders.
8:52 left in the 3rd quarter. Rinker's going to step back, and it's going to be a pass by number 2, Trey Buckby, and a huge hit by, I believe, Mason Litford, or excuse me, Levi Perez, but that is going to move the chain.
It's a little gusty here now, Tyler.
Yep, we are definitely getting quite a bit of wind.
I said earlier, tomorrow, Buhler will be hosting regionals for tennis. Tune in to Crusader Sports Network to catch up on your tennis action.
Powell in motion. Now they're going to hand it off to number 5, Sky Schreiner.
Run by Sky Schreiner, tackled by number 40, Bo Van Bruggen.
Number 40, Bo Van Bruggen with the tackle. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8, Crusaders, or excuse me, Bullpups on their own 48-yard line. Two receivers on the left for the Bullpups. Powell goes in motion. Rinker drops back, gives a lot of pressure, and it's going to be sacked. That initial hit was by number 56 for the Crusaders, Jarrett Christensen, and there's going to be a loss of about 2. Or excuse me, Colin Rowland and Jarrett Christensen with the initial sack right there. It will be 3rd and 9 for the Bullpups. They are going trips left. Rinker drops back. Another pass to number 2, Trey Buckby, and great coverage by number 23, Mason Litford. It's going to be 4th and 9, so let's see what the Crusaders or the Bullpups do. Excuse me. And it looks like the Bullpups are going to punt it. Number 6, Jaden Dukes is back there. Returner for the Crusaders, number 1, Brock McCurdy. Dukes takes a snap, little running start, and a booming punt by Dukes. McCurdy's just going to leave it and let it bounce, and there is a generous bounce for Dukes. That is going to be on the Crusaders' 11-yard line. So deep field position for the Crusaders.
Say, I freaking bought them. I feel like I just said, okay, that's good. I love you. You bought them. Got you.
7:05 in the 3rd quarter. Handoff to Sam Elliott. Elliott finds a hole. And he's going to be eaten up by a lot of Bullpups right there. That'll be about a gain of 7.
Sam Elliott with the run, tackled by number 6, Jaden Dukes.
Second and 7, Crusaders. They're going to go in the I formation. Wideouts on both sides again. B-Rad's going to roll out, keep it himself. Good run, about a 10-yard gain there for a Crusader first down.
Sam Elliott with the carry, tackled by number 3, Jason Alexander.
There is a player down. We can't tell what number that is. Colton thinks it's number 58, 68, Jackson Childs. there. Seems to be number 68, Jackson Childs.
Looks like there's a little bit of a cramp up right there.
Let's hope he's okay.
I don't know about that one.
And he seemed to walk off the field pretty good. After that, seems like a little cramp.
I don't know if it was a little cramp.
I formation, Bradley under center. Bradley's going to hand it off to Sam. Sam's going to do a good starter step. He's going to find his way to get about. He's going to get 11 yards there. They're going to move the chains for another Crusader first down. First and 10 Crusaders on their own 38. I formation again. Another handoff to Sam Elliott. And he's going to get eaten up in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 2.
Sam Elliott with the carry once again. Tackled by number 23, Nate Rogers.
That'll be a tackle by number 30. Curtis Landrum, a 5'11", 212-pound junior for the Bullpups.
You know, the Bullpups just, it looks like they just know how to read the Crusader offense here. You know, they know how to time out right and just, like, plan things accordingly to the Crusader offense.
Bradley in the gun. They're going to hand it off to Sam, or excuse me, I got tricked there too. A little screen pass to Brock McCurdy. He's gonna get his 2 yards back, so it will be 3rd and 10 for the Crusaders. Let's see what they do here in a 3rd and long situation.
Do you need your readers, Tyler?
Probably. Crusaders going trips right. Bradley in the gun with Sam on his left. Bradley's going to drop back. A pass to Ryan Henderson. He's going to try to get extra yards, use a hit stick, and he's going to get the first down for the Crusaders.
Number 7, Ryan Henderson.
Great momentum by Ryan Henderson there. You know, he just knew how to just push into, using his shoulder just to push into the players just to knock them down, get extra more yardage, and that's what we like to see on the Crusader offense, just getting more yards and just getting closer and closer for a touchdown.
And Ryan Henderson, 6'1", 210-pound senior, just uses his big body there to gain some extra yardage. Sam Elliott with the run. He's going to try to break a lot of tackles. He's going to get a gain of close to 4 there for the Crusaders.
Sam Elliott with the carry, tackled by number 3, Jason Alexander.
It's going to be 2nd and 7. Crusaders on the Bullpups 44.
It's a little under 3:55 left to go in this 3rd quarter. Bullpups still up 12, Crusaders 6.
Each team have both timeouts remaining in the half. Crusaders going back in the I formation.
2nd and 7.
Elliott tries to find a hole, gets a little more yardage.
Sam Elliott with the carry, tackled
And
by
they're
number 23,
going to spot him on
Nate
the
Rogers.
Bullpup 42-yard line. It will be 3rd and 4 for the Crusaders.
You know, like I said before, just everything counts in these types of games. Whatever, just every little yard that you get always counts for another first down. So, you know, just keep adding those up and just keep finding your holes in your pockets and your routes and everything. You're eventually going to lead up to your first down.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. I formation, Bradley rolls out, and he is going to get sacked He's going to lose about 15 yards there.
Buhler with the
Or
sack.
excuse me, he's going to lose about 8 yards there. And now it is going to be 4th and long, and the Crusaders are going to be forced to bring their punt team. So Jeffrey Neal, the freshman, comes back out to punt. Number 6 for the Bullpups, Jaden Dukes, is going to return it. Crusaders on their own 49-yard line for the snap. Good snap by Carson Mueller. Neal punts it, and Dukes is going to pick it up. He either brought his knee down or he called a fair catch. So with 2:04 left to go in the 3rd quarter, your Crusaders are still down to the McPherson Bullpups, 12-6. I'm Tyler Adams along with Colton Hines as you are watching the Crusader Sports Network from YouTube. Looks like there was a holding call on number 77. So it looks like they are going to have to repunt it. The Crusaders are.
77 defense.
That'll be number 77, Drew Hankin.
Spot. Repeat full Sam.
So they're going to have to repeat the punt. Now the Crusaders are going to punt it on the McPherson Bullpup own 46.
Bullpup fans not happy about that call.
Another good punt or snap by Moore, and a great punt again by. And the ball is touched. That was a great bounce again, and a great punt by Jeffrey Neal. Seemed like he was touched by Jaden Dukes, number 6. And now the Bullpups are going to have the ball on their own 18-yard line. .153 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bullpups have their ball on their own 18 as they're leading 12-6 over the Buhler Crusaders. It is rivalry week for the Buhler Crusaders, as this is the I-60 matchup. Crusaders going to give some pressure
Dylan
to
Rinker
Dylan
with the
Rinker.
keeper. Tackled by number 20,
You know, Tyler,
Sam
as long
Elliott.
as we've been kids, we always known Mac has been our biggest rivalry. And, you know, being older and now being able to watch it and commentate over it and just look at it through a different perspective, you know, it changes us just a little. Just, you know, it allows us to think a little bit different about the teams and how they work and function. You know, it's a great opportunity.
And it's great to be a K-State fan to know a rivalry like that with KU. Jayton Gum with the run for the Bullpups. He's going to get about 5 there. It is
Aaron
going to be
Powell
3rd and
with
1.
the run there, tackled by number 40,
And not
Bo
Jake
Van
Gum.
Bruggen.
That is Aaron Powell with the run. I do need my readers on, according to Colton. 3rd and 1, Bullpups on their own 19. Or excuse me, 18. 45 seconds in the 3rd quarter. And Sky Schreiner is going to get it and more. That is going to be a first down for the Bullpups. They will have the ball now on their own 36-yard line. 37 seconds in the 3rd quarter left to go. And the Crusaders do have some work to do on the defensive and offensive side.
Look, maybe I've seen him. Can you see it right there?
Looks like they're just letting the clock run, and it looks like McPherson will get one more play in.
Ringer's going to drop back. And it's going to be overthrown, intended to number 5, Sky Schreiner. 7 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. The Bullpups are going to have enough time for probably one more play. Twins on both sides for the Bullpups. Rinker draws back. He's going to pass it.
Looks like we get a first down with a little bit more.
Please, Sam Becker.
That'll be number 80, Sam Becker.
Tackled by number 22,
That'll be the end
Jay.
of the 3rd quarter. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to Crusader Sports Network.
Yeah, reception by
I'd
Becker.
like
Good
to,
for another Bullpup.
Thank you,
First down.
the Ad Astra Radio guys, for allowing us to be here tonight. Tune in to their radio station, 95.9 FM.
Did you turn it off? No, I think this is.
Yes, we would like to thank 95.9 HKFM at Astra Radio, Chris Shank and Aaron West, to give us this opportunity to be able to come and broadcast. Even though we had some technical difficulties to collaborate with them tonight, we'd just like to thank them for blessing us to come and watch, or excuse me, not watch, and broadcast the game for you guys. And we also have one more broadcaster with us tonight as he is trying to get some footage for the highlight videos he makes. Kaden Warner, he was the one responsible for the hype video for the McPherson week game. And make sure after the game, we are going to do our little bit of the post-game show after the game. And then make sure to tune in to 95.9 HKFM at Astra Radio to listen to Aaron West and Chris Shank for their post-game show. So at the start of the 4th quarter, your Crusaders are down to the McPherson Bullpups, 12-6. Ringer's going to drop back. And he is going to get sacked. That is a quarterback sack for the Buhler Crusaders.
That was number 61. James Blick there.
James Blick
for the sack.
with the sack for the Crusaders. Yep. Trips right for the Bullpups. Ringer's going to drop back. He's going to pass it to number 2, Trey Buckby, and it's going to be broken up by a Crusader. That is Mason Litford with great coverage. McPherson fans not happy, thinking that's a pass interference, but that was great coverage by Mason Litford. So it is a 3rd and long situation for the Bullpups. Looks like it's about 3rd and 19 after the first down sack from James Blick, and now the pass breakup from Mason Litford. And it's going to be a pass, a deep one, and it's going to be good. That is going to be complete to number 4, Gus Ruddle. He beat number 4, Deontay Campbell, on the run. And now it is going to be 1st and 10 Bullpups on the Crusaders' 10-yard line.
You know, that was a beautiful pass right there. I mean, just
46-yard pass.
precision and accuracy just right into the arms.
Good for another Bullpup. Touchdown.
Number 4, just Gus Ruddle, just right into the arms. It was a beautiful pass right there.
And that is what you call a dime from the quarterback, number 19, Dylan Rinker. Looks like Deontay Campbell just got beat off of the line by Ruddle. 10:40 left to go in the game, and it looks like there will be a false start on the Crusaders, or excuse me, on the Bullpups.
Delay game. Offense.
That is actually a delay of game on the offense. Two receivers on the left. Rinker's just going to try to run himself, and it's going to be taken down. Now will be a loss of about 2 right there. 69, Tanner Tushkin with the sack right there. 2nd and 17 for the Crusaders. Twins on both sides for the Bullpups. Rinker drops back, and it's going to be a pass, and it's going to be complete, and a touchdown, McPherson Bullpups. That is by number 11, Aaron Powell. And now your Crusaders are down 18-6 with just under 9:45 left to go in the game.
You know, you'll have some flaws during the game. You know, maybe a guy didn't cover the right man. You know, you just got to make something good happen in the next possession.
Look like they're going to go for 2, and that is going to be no good. And so the score will remain 18-6. Your Crusaders down by 12. That is only 2 scores with just under 9:45 left to go in the game. Crusaders down 18-6 to the rivals, McPherson Bullpups. As you are watching Crusader Sports Network from YouTube.
I'd like to thank the fans again. We have broken a record here, folks. Our original attendance score for, I believe, our Goddard game was about
146, I think?
I thought it was about 130.
Around that range.
Around that range, but tonight we have broken over 200 viewers. We'd like to thank all of you that are tuning in tonight. It helps us grow as a channel and helps us get a better quality product out to you by you guys watching. And so we'd like to thank you all again for tuning in to Crusader Sports Network for your Buhler Varsity Football.
And we did end up, right now, we've ended up topping at 215 for tonight. So thank you guys for that. Or excuse me, 216. And another booming kick by number 6, Jade Dukes. Brock McCurdy is just going to return it himself. And he's going to get about 15 on the play, get to the Crusader 26-yard line.
Tackle number 21, Luke Schroeder.
Luke Schroeder with the tackle, number 21 for the Bullpups. Schroeder, 5'7", 136-pound sophomore for the Bullpups. And the Crusaders do have some work to do. There are under 10 minutes left to go in the game, and they have to score twice. Twins left for the Crusaders. Riley's going to roll out. A pass to Brock McCurdy, his favorite target, and a good move by McCurdy, and then gets hit hard by number 25.
Tackle by number 25,
Aiden Hoover. But that is going to move the chains for the Crusaders, and that is what you want as a Crusader fan and player, just to move the chains on the first play of the possession. Twins right for the Crusaders. Colin Rowland is alone himself on the left. Riley Neal's going to roll out. Another pass to Brock McCurdy. He's going to get 5 there.
Pass complete to Brock McCurdy.
So it will be 2nd and 5 Crusaders
Back by number
on their
15,
own 43. Colin Pearson with the tackle there for the Bullpups. Twins left, Crusaders. Riley Neal's going to roll out again. He's going to pass it. That's attempted to number 7, Ryan Anderson. Almost picked off by number 15, Colin Pearson again.
There on defense for the Bullpups.
8:40 left to go in the game. Crusaders 3rd and 5 on their own 43. Bo Van Bruggen alone on his right. Twins left for the rest of the receivers. Bradley Neal in the gun. Sam on his left. Bradley Neal's going to drop back. He is going to pass it to number 10, Yvonne Ostrom. But that was almost picked off by number 32, Bryson Labertu.
Bryson Labertu there on defense for the Bullpups.
And that was just nearly picked off by Labertu. The Crusaders in a 4th and 5 hole. Looks like they are just going to punt it away again. A good snap again by Carson Muller and a great punt by Jeffrey Neal. And it is going to be, it will be Bullpup football on their own 15. Let's see if the Crusaders can get a quick stop here to go score. 8:27 to go in the 4th quarter. The Crusaders down to the McPherson Bullpups 18-6. As you are watching Crusader Sports Network from YouTube. Twins right, gonna give a handoff to. Got a handoff to Jake Gump. He's gonna get about 13 to 14 on the play. That will be a first down, Bullpups.
That run by Gump, good for another Bullpup. First down.
I was gonna kick you, but I changed my mind.
And that will move the chains for the Bullpups. 1st and 10 on their own 28. Twins left, Bullpups in the gun for the Bullpups, and it's going to be a missed snap. That is going to be recovered by the quarterback, Dylan Rinker.
Ball covered up by Dylan Rinker.
That is crucial right there. That's a loss of about 15.
You know, that's what we like to see in these troublesome times during the 4th quarter. You know, you want to keep pushing them back and just causing them to fumble and just kind of getting them confused. Just pushing them back and just keep pushing them back so you can get them close to the goal line and even maybe a safety.
Mm-hmm. Now the Bullpups have the ball back where they started at their own 15, 2nd and 25. And that's going to be a little screen, and they're going to get a lot. Tanner Touchins ends up knocking Buckby out of bounds. Now it is going to be about 3rd and 5. Regal steps back, and it's going to be overthrown, so it will be a fourth down situation for the Crusaders, or for the Bullpups. There's great coverage by number 20. That was great coverage by Sam Elliott right there in the secondary. There is going to be a punt. Brock McCurry is just going to let it bounce. Little generous bounce right there for the Bullpups. And the Crusaders are going to have some field position on their own 35-yard line. Or excuse me, 31-yard line. As the Crusaders still have some work to do.
You know, this is just a crucial part in the game. You know, you just want to keep driving forward and just keep that momentum going.
We apologize about the disconnection. What just happened?
What did just happen?
Run
That's going to be...
Curtis Landrum.
And we're back. Alright, now we apologize about the audio. Hopefully everything is fixed now. As we were away, Brock McCurdy just had about a 35-yard reception from Bradley Neal. Crusaders have the ball on the Bullpup 24.
That was another just beautiful pass, and that time Brock McCurdy was able to connect with it, bringing the Crusaders to a first down.
Neal throws it deep to McCurdy again, just overthrew it. 6:01 left to go in the game. Crusaders moving down the field pretty well, hopefully to get a score. This is a must-score drive right here.
You know, what I've been noticing a lot here lately is that both quarterbacks have the tendency to overthrow the football. You know, that's something you got to work on in practice, is just finding and connecting it to your receiver. But this game, I mean, both quarterbacks have done a fabulous job at connecting it with their receiver.
Twins right. Neal giving an audible, moving Sam to the right of him. Bradley in the gun. Bradley seems to be sensing a blitz. Neal passes it to Bo Van Bruggen, gets about 9 there. That was a good audible play call by Bradley Neal.
Pass is complete to number 40, Bo Van.
And a good gain for the Crusaders, trying to get some more I formation. Single receivers on both sides. They're going to hand it off to Sam. Sam botches the ball. And it is going to be recovered by the Bullpups.
Colin Pearson with
Sam
fumble
Elliott
recovery.
fumbled the ball.
You know, that was a great effort by the Crusaders right there, but you know, you just have those mishandles, and that's just going to cost you during the game. Bullpups with the ball now after that fumble by Sam Elliott.
Twins left. They're going to hand it off to number 10.
Jake Gum with the carry tackle by
Jake
Bo Van
Gum.
Bruggen.
That is going to be about a 5-yard gain. 2nd and 5, Bullpups on their own 24. Bullpups trying to choose some clock. Twins left. Buckby on the right, always a receiver to watch for, and there's going to be a false start. That is going to be number 79, Dakota Istas.
Prior to snap, false start, offense, 75. 5-yard penalty. Good play.
That may have been also on number 75, Braxton Bailey, but they both seem to flinch at about the same time. So it's going to be a loss of 5 yards. Clock keeps running though. 4:25 left to go in the game. Crusaders down by 12. 2nd and 8. Motion for the Bullpups.
Pass complete
And
to Trey
Reaper is
Buckby.
just going to pass it to
Tackled by
his
32,
number 1
Colin
receiver,
Rowland.
Trey Buckby,
That reception
as
by
they've been
Buckby,
doing
good for
all
another
night.
Bullpup.
Rolling with the
First
tackle
down.
there, and is going to move the chains for a first down for the Bullpups. Bullpups just chewing the clock. Twins left. Buckby by himself on the right. Mason Litford guarding him. Rinker in the gun. They're just going to hand it off.
Jake Gum with the carry.
Jake Gum with the carry. Gain of 2.
Tackled by number 69, Tanner Tustin.
Number 69, Tanner Tushkin with the tackle. And the Crusaders are going to use their first timeout of the half
Timeout.
with 3:37 left to go in the game.
First use of the half.
Timeout called by the Crusaders.
So with that timeout, your Crusaders are down 18-6 with 3:37 left to go in the game. Colton, it seems like Trey Buckby has been the factor for all night, with the Crusaders kind of struggling with the spread offense as they have been seem to be getting used to the flex offense that they've been using for the last few weeks.
Yeah, you know, it's just, you always got to wrap your mind around what kind of style you're playing this week. And, you know, the Crusaders have done a very good job on covering key players and stopping the Bullpup offense. But, you know, I don't know if they got their full mind wrapped around this offense this week. So, you know, it's something to work on later down the line, heading towards playoffs.
And on that, a positive note, they have only held the Bullpups to 18 points and struggling to find on the offensive side, only scoring 6 with the 28-yard run from Sam Elliott.
Jake Gum on the run.
Dayton Gum with the run.
Tackle. By the Crusaders.
And the Crusaders are going to use their second timeout. It is going to be about 3rd and 1, I
Timeout.
believe. Yep, 3rd and 1. Crusaders, this is a crucial stop right here for the Crusaders. And so now this is a must-stop drive. It is 3rd and 1, I believe, for the Crusaders. Crusaders. 3:30 left to go in the game. Colton, what do you think? This is a must-stop, and they need to score right away.
You know, this Black Eye defense has been, it's just been on point tonight. You know, they've had their slip-ups here and there, but, you know, they've been able to contain the Bullpups in desperate hours, I guess, or desperate plays. And, you know, it's just, hopefully they can just keep them contained. You know, 3rd and 1 situation is just a little tricky, so they just got to keep their eye on the ball and just keep their eye on whoever has it and just rush forward and get them.
And it looks like that the Bullpups are going to go twins right, as we are going to switch it back to the gameplay. 3rd and 1, a crucial stop here for the Crusaders. Twins right, Bullpups. And they're going to hand it off as number 10, Jayton Gump is going to get the first down there.
That run by Gump, good for a Bullpup. First down.
So now it seems like the Crusaders need a turnover right here. 3:20 left to go in the game. Twins right again. Rinker in the gun with Gum right behind him. Gum's going to get a beautiful hole, and he's going to get a gain of about 15 there for another first down for the Bullpups.
Cameron Campbell.
And the Crusaders only have 1 timeout left, so they only need a couple more timeouts for the Dagger.
Timeout.
And the Crusaders are going to use their final timeout. And I feel like these next couple plays, you have to stop them just to have a chance to score in time to get an onside kick.
You know, you got 3 minutes, you got a little under 3 minutes here. You know, there's plenty of time to keep the game going, but if you just keep letting them get these first downs, you know, you're going to either end up letting them run the clock down or another touchdown, which we do not want right now. So a stop right here would be crucial right now. So
Especially a turnover, being able to get a turnover so they could possibly just drive down the field.
yeah.
Both teams are 3-1. Crusaders lost their only loss to Goddard in the first game of the season, and McPherson losing to DeSoto last week. Twins right again for the Bullpups. It's going to get it to Jayton Gum, and he's going to get a good gain of about 5.
Run by Jayton Gum, tackled by number 40, Bo Van Bruggen.
Bo Van Bruggen with the stop for the Crusaders. And the Bullpups seem like they are just going to chew as much clock as they can. Trips right again. They're going to hand it to Jayton Gump. He's going to power his way. Now it will be 3rd and 1, and there's going to be a flag. Possibly.
Run by Jayton Gum, tackled by number 12, Cameron Campbell.
Possibly unnecessary roughness. It will be at the end of the run.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, offense, 58. 15-yard penalty from play, 3rd down.
And it was unnecessary roughness on number 68, Blade Anderson for the Bullpups, the 6'1", 249 senior. So that is going to push them back 15 yards.
You know, that's what we like to see. Just right now, is just trying to just keep pushing them back. Like I said earlier, it's just to keep pushing them back, and it's just kind of crucial right now that we just keep pushing them back.
Yeah, like Coach Warner always says, something bad happens, make something good happen.
Yep.
Bullpups trying to chew as much of the 25-second play clock as they can. 2 minutes just passed by. 1:57 left to go in the game. Same formation, Twins right. And Rinker's going to drop back and pass it. And it is going to be incomplete. I did not see that play coming. Maybe they were just trying to put, especially the dagger, on the Crusaders, but that was overthrown. And it seems like the theme of the night.
Yup. You know, I bet they were just trying to get that first down. Just try to get that first down so they can just keep running the clock down.
So now they are going to bring the punt team out. This is a chance for the Crusaders to get some positive yards. 1:41 left to go in the game. So they will have to score quick and get an onside to be able to stay in this. And there will be a timeout for the Bullpups as they had a little bit of discombobulation there.
Timeout. McPherson. First to the half.
And so now they're just trying to regather themselves. Maybe celebrating a little too early. But it will be 4th and long for the Bullpups. So Jaden Dix seems like he will punt it for the Bullpups. So as we are approaching the end of the game, the Crusaders are down by 12, 18-6 against the rivals McPherson Bullpups. Colton, tonight, it's been an alright night for the Crusaders. They didn't do terribly bad trying to adjust to the spread offense, but their own offense seemed to struggle a little bit with about only 6 points on the night.
It's just one of the things you just gotta constantly work on. Is just toughening your offense and just making them prepared for any type of defense. So it's just something that you gotta continuously work on and just get better at.
And there is going to be a backwards bounce, but then another courteous bounce for number 6, Jaden Dukes. And 1:29 left to go in the game. See how fast your Crusaders can move down the field to try to get a score. Bradley Neal's going to be in the gun. Twins right. Devon Ostrom by himself. Bradley Neal's going to drop back. He's going to throw it deep to Brock McCurdy, and it is going to be way
Pass
off.
intended for number 1, Brock
So it will be
McCurdy.
2nd and 10, Crusaders. On their own 18, out of timeouts. Bullpups have 2 of their own timeouts left with 1:24 left to go in the game. Now they are going to go twins on both sides for the Crusaders. Sam on the right of Bradley, who is in the gun. Bradley's going to roll out. He is going to seem to pass it. He's going to try to pass it to Ryan Henderson. He's going to get the first down. So move change. He stop the clock until the ball gets placed.
Tackled by number 23, Nate Rogers.
And it's going to be caught by Javon Ostrom and a big hit.
Pass
By
complete
number
to
14,
Javon Ostrom. Tackled
Hunter
by
Albert.
number 14, Hunter Albert.
Neal's going to roll out. And he's going to be sacked. That'll be a loss of 8 on the play. 50 seconds left to go in the game. Crusaders need to have a big play here just to have a chance to score. Bradley Neal's going to roll out. Neal passes it, a high pass to Javon Ostrom, incomplete.
Pass was intended
And there's
for
going to
number
be a
10,
flag.
Javon Ostrom.
25 seconds left to go in this game. 18-6, Bull Pups in the lead.
27 seconds left to go in the game. Yeah, excuse me, Colton just said that.
Personal foul. Necessary roughness, offense number 77. 15-yard
And that's
penalty.
going to be a necessary
Repeat.
roughness on Trevor Cooper. For the Crusaders, he is a 6'4", 350-pound junior. Going to both sides for the Crusaders. Sam on the right of Neal. And they're just going to hand it off. Sam's going to get a big run. That's going to be a gain about
Sam Elliott with the run.
20 to 25.
12 seconds left to go.
Tackle by number 14, Hunter Albert.
And the Crusaders are just going to try to get possibly one more play, like a Hail Mary. One on both sides. Bradley Neal rolls out. There's going to be a lot of pressure, and he's going to be taken down for the last play of the game. And the final score for your new Crusaders versus McPherson Bullpups rivalry game. McPherson Bullpups end up beating your new Crusaders 18-6. Stay tuned for a little post-game show in a few minutes. To recap the game, I'm Tyler Adams along with Colton Hines. We are your broadcasters for tonight as you are watching the Crusader Sports Network from YouTube. Like we said, stay just for a few more minutes as we will recap the game.
Folks, remember, as you're exiting the stadium, please keep your masks on. Try to observe 6 feet of social distance. Avoid areas near the
Okay, so welcome to our little Crusader Sports Network post-game show. I'm Tyler Adams with Colton Hines with broadcast for tonight, and we're just recapping the 18-6 loss over the viewers' rivals, McPherson Bullpups. Colton, what do you think the takeaways for the game were?
I think the takeaways were, each team overthrew a little bit, just working on getting the ball to your receiver. Sam was doing great tonight. I mean, he wasn't having as much luck with yardage tonight as he was at Augusta last week. But, he still carried the ball and got us first downs, both offense and defense, the whole team was on it.
And so really, the defense having to adjust from a flex offense for 2 weeks in a row to having to defend a flex defense. Honestly, I didn't think adjusting to it, they did not play too bad. Only holding the Bullpups to 18 points. So really, that was not a bad night for the Buhler defense.
Oh yeah, they, defense and offense had their troubles here and there, but they always knew how to read McPherson and always knew how to keep McPherson intact. So it's just. There's some things you just got to work on, and then there's some things that you did right. So there's a lot of key things you could take away from this, even though with a loss, still some great key things you could take away from this game to prepare yourself for postseason and then the playoffs.
And as well as the offense, only getting 6 points tonight, but honestly, they drove down the field several times, just had a little hiccups here and there, driving down the field, maybe a turnover a couple times, or driving down the field and maybe just not moving it for the rest of the possession. But honestly, I don't feel like the points show how well the offense played tonight.
Oh yeah, they did what they could. It wasn't. I know that Buhler was playing to their full capability, and I know that they were trying their best. But sometimes when you play for your full capability, sometimes it doesn't work the best. And, there's just some things that you need to prove on, like handling the ball and just getting it to your receiver. So, there's things that you can work on to help improve your team as a whole.
And Brock McCurdy and Javon Ostrom did have several catches together. I wish we had some stats right now. But Bradley Neal, he seemed to, most successfully passing, he seemed to roll out and throw like a little bootleg pass. So if they could use that more, I feel like that would help too.
Yeah, Bradley had some spots during the game where he held onto the ball a little too long, which eventually led to sacks and loss of yardage. And, there's some things, you got to scan your route, and you got to look for your receiver. But, it's just, timing-wise. It could be a little bit better timing.
Sorry, we got to get...
Sorry about that.
No, that's all right.
But, just getting rid of the ball and just be able to just get it to your receiver is just something that they need to work on, and it'll improve them better.
And yeah, so next week, this was supposed to be a home game, but we didn't have any fans, so fortunately enough, we were allowed to have fans here at McPherson. And so next week, we will officially be at home, hopefully, being in the orange zone against Wellington. I think having 10% capacity.
I think that's what it is. I'm not too for sure. I know Buhler just released a new criteria today for the orange and red zone, and I'm glad that we're still in school and that they're able to figure out a way to keep the students still coming to school, and I'm just very grateful for that.
And so we...
It's time to be a train there, folks.
but only having one home game right now, the win against Winfield, because Andover Central in week 2 unfortunately got canceled due to some COVID restrictions with Andover Central, and now tonight being moved. So glad we finally get to be home, hopefully officially in the next couple of days. I think it is certain right now, but glad to finally have another home game against Wellington.
Yeah, you always like it to be home because you always got your crowd with you, and you always got just the support with you, and it's just a great feeling to be home and play to your fans.
And so, don't forget to miss out on our stream for tomorrow. It will be on Crusader Sports Network and Crusader Sports Network 2, the Buhler High School Girls Tennis Regionals.
Yep, we will be streaming that. I believe the start time for that is 10 o'clock. We'll have cameras in various angles and various places, so to catch you all on tennis action.
And also, K-State plays TCU tomorrow at 3. The 2-1 Wildcats face the 1-1 Horned Frogs. in Fort Worth, Texas. So hopefully that goes well. The Crusaders, or not Crusaders, the Wildcats have been playing well in the few. The Crusaders or the Wildcats have been playing well for the past few weeks after the upset loss against Arkansas State, upsetting the number 3 team in the country of Oklahoma. They're not even ranked anymore after losing to Iowa State.
Yeah,
But,
it's hopefully K-State can pull something off. I know me and you like K-State, and Aaron downstairs, he's a great KU fan, so like to give him a little hard time about that.
And KU being winless right now, so we're not going to talk about
Yeah.
that. Don't want to make any people mad, but go Cats. But hopefully, if K-State can pull off the win tomorrow, even though they're I think they're an 8.5 point, they're 8.5 point upset right now.
Yeah.
But if they win, hopefully they can jump up in the rankings. I thought that they were going to jump up after the Texas Tech win, but it doesn't go your ways all the time.
Yeah. So Tyler, wrapping up this game, any final thoughts here?
No, I just think that 18-6, it's a low score. Defense could have done a little better against the spread. They played decent. I think they actually played pretty well against the spread. Number 2, Trey Buckby was a huge factor for the Bullpup offense. But just eliminating a few key big plays on the night maybe could have kept the game tied. And then the offense had a few hiccups here and there driving down the field. So, honestly, if they could just eliminate those hiccups on the offensive and defensive side, I think that they could honestly really, they just keep improving every week.
Yep, like what you were saying, it's just those hiccups, sometimes those hiccups just cost you, and, it's just, there's just things you got to work on, and, 18-6 is not a bad score, I mean, I believe that Buhler held themselves pretty well, and, gave them, they had a lot of opportunities, but, with those hiccups, you can't get those opportunities. So, something to prove on next week, being home with Linfield, we can maybe see those opportunities be brought into the game, and, just learning from this week.
You mean Wellington?
Yeah, Wellington.
So that seems to wrap up our post-game show. We'd like to thank you guys for watching, and also want to give a credit to Kaden Warner for making our hype video for this week's game and coming out here, be able to get more footage for the Crusader Sports Network crew as he was getting footage for more hype videos and highlight videos. So credit to Kaden Warner in the stands right there.
Kaden does a lot for us. He makes a lot of these graphics and stuff. He's a really talented guy with his graphics, and it's great that we have a whole team that we can bring in together, just do a bunch of different perspectives to create a quality show for you guys. So we thank you guys again for watching.
We want to thank Carson Moore.
Carson Moore, yes.
He's a long snapper though.
Yep, him playing now, you'll get to see him more during the basketball season and winter sports. So with that, wrapping up, I'm Colton Hines.
I'm Tyler Adams.
And we thank you again for watching Crusader Sports Network. Tomorrow, tune in to tennis at Buhler Regionals at 10 a.m. Thank you again. Good night, folks.
And hey, one thing. Tune in to 95.9 for the Ad Astra, our partners on Ad Astra Radio. We'd like to apologize one more time about that. Our little hiccup, not being able to convert the audio to them. But tune in now to 95.9 FM radio to listen to their post-game show and Colton mask on.
Yep, will do. All right. Night, folks.
Have a good night.